heart.
You call that radio?
Makes coherent sense.
I should call that radio. How's everyone doing? The first Friday night phone-in of 2025. The January is dry. My temperature is low. But my internet is really fast. We've sorted out the internet, so we should be alright tonight, touch wood. So yeah, we're keeping it dry January tonight. It's a dry January special. Because I don't know if I'll even make it to next week. Sadly, my good behaviour is not being rewarded by good health. And it might be the first Friday night phone in where I actually have to phone in sick. But I'm only joking, don't worry, we have a strict, never cancelled, never will policy on this show. So I'll just maybe treat myself to a recreational lem sip or a 0% lager and pretend to get pissed for the sake of entertainment. Or what would Elon Musk do? What he does is he avoids drinking by consuming hospital-grade kit and plots world domination. I don't know what kind of kit he's on. He should be grabbing onto the carpet for dear life like the rest of us. I mean, them. On that note, Elon Musk, you call that radio is not for sale. You call that radio is sponsored by Nacunt. Nacunt, but the patrons. And we're live tonight with a bunch of amazing special guests. We have, who we got coming on tonight? We've got all the way from Nottingham. We have Noizy Poet, absolute legend. Met him at the Equinox Festival this year. And we have Mellow Party, who is the artist formerly known as Hunter McMustard. They also have Gordy Duncan Jr. I don't know who's all going to turn up for Mellow Party, but John's definitely going to turn up because he sent me a song that is may or may not rip off one of my tunes. So we're going to argue about that later on. But first of all, we have really special guest to start the show off with. Absolutely amazing band. It's a pleasure to welcome onto it's the folk drama. Hello, how's things?
Not too bad, thanks.
Okay. Are you ill?
Yeah, I've had the flu for a week now.
Yeah.
You've been alright, right?
I've been fine, luckily.
I've been dying.
Taking lots of vitamins.
Yeah, I don't normally when I'm ill, I mean, it's usually self-inflicted, it's usually my own fault. But I've been dry January in it. I've just not felt good all week. And today I went out because I've just not even been motivated to go. I started the 1st of January, I was at the gym. The 1st of January in the morning myself. And I was like, I'm starting this year right. And then it's been too cold to really get motivated to get out there. Mm-hmm. And today I went out for a wee business meeting. We'll maybe tell you more about that later on, but it's good for the channel. It's good for the show. I think we've got a new venue. We've maybe got somewhere that we can record some face-to-face things as well. So we'll maybe talk about that later on, but it was quite a good day. And I was walking about the park going, this isn't so bad. They've gritted the ground. It's not like I'm going to, in my head, I was like, what's the point in going to the gym? I'll just slip and fall down. Anyway, I'll just break my ankle. This is the lies I was telling myself. But I'm genuinely, since I've got back, I don't feel well at all. So I'm on the winter water. At least the water is cold and the internet is fast. So for people who don't know about the folk drama, can you tell me, how did you meet and what is the folk drama all about?
We met going into lockdown. So we kind of ended up living together during lockdown, ended up writing songs and all that. And that was it really. Just started writing songs and thought we'll go play live at like open mics, and then just kind of took it from there. So now we're doing live shows and we've recorded and doing a wee tour and all that.
It's a great name, the folk drama. I love it.
Well, they think we're like some tradition, like a trad band kind of thing a lot of the time, which we're not. They expect some nice guitar playing on that, and I'm not a very good.
You have got nice guitar playing. What are you talking about? We're going to
not
hear it
as
in a minute.
It's like, you know.
We're going to listen. We'll let the audience decide if you've got good guitar playing. We've got Mark McInnes in the house. Hello, Mark. How you doing? Jigsaw Tiger is here. We've got Stacey in the house. Kit Kat says my dyslexic brain read Mellow Party's Marty Pello. I agree with that. I don't. We'll ask Mellow Party later on if that's a deliberate thing, but that's exactly what I thought. And that's I had Hugman A alone watching Marty Pello in the house, and I think Dan McGarvey described it as the Marty Pello fever dream, which I kind of agree with. It's just weird because I've just not actually seen Marty Pello for a long time.
He's been like randomly popping up on telly and YouTube and all that, singing on his tour bus, and I don't know if he's doing like adverts or what.
Well, it's good that he's back. I just didn't know. I wasn't aware he was back. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
But I'm glad he's back. He seems to be doing okay. I found it quite strange that Wet had the audacity to tour without Marty Pello.
Weird.
So, you know,
they should just reform.
Well, no, the Wet have been reformed for years. They just dinged Marty Pello.
Mm.
And you know that I'm all for bands continuing. You know, sometimes if a band member passes away, the band continues. That's fine. But I think there's some bands you just can't replace certain people. Singers are quite hard to replace in general.
Yeah.
As Linkin Park are finding it right now, but they maybe
have they tried like?
No, they've tried. All right, they've got a very unpopular Scientologist woman who, she's it's not been the best. It's been a bit of a PR disaster for them. But do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play. Hold on, there's Adam want to know if Folk Drama have any CDs for sale. There's a good question straight away.
Well, we're just getting them printed. We're just working out what artwork and all that the last couple of days. So we won't do in about 2 weeks or a week and a half or so.
Where are you getting? Where are you getting the CDs made from?
Oh, it was through a friend of ours down in is it Manchester? I forget the name of the company. Oh, Press On. Press On. They're called. I think it's Manchester.
What is the Manchester connection? Because I'm assuming there's a Manchester connection because you're working. What's the Paul Heaton connection? Sorry, I know Paul Heaton's a Salford boy, but what's your Paul Heaton connection?
Well, I worked with Paul and Jackie Alvin that with a thing called The Eighth, and we just kind of kept in touch over the years. And then his co-writer, Paul's co-writer and guitar player Johnny Lexus has produced our EP. So we've recorded it in Manchester with him, and so it's just kind of we've been meeting kind of folk like the people who are pressing the CD, and folk have been helping us down that way, which is good. I
don't know if I said to you before, but Paul Heaton, he absolutely changed. Well, really helped us. We were just a MySpace band, and he played us on Six Music, and I thought it was a wind up because he asked me for a radio edit of a song called Jeremy Kyle Fuck My Wife, and I just thought it was a wind up. He went, "Do you have a radio edit?" And I didn't even. This was literally our first ever EP, and I didn't even know how to do radio edits back then. And he played it. He somehow mixed it, and then from there we played his old pub, the King's Arms, and we met loads of Manchester people. And now Manchester's probably one of the only cities in England that we can go to and get a good crowd. And we brought lots of great bands from Manchester up to Glasgow as well. So it's been shout outs to Paul Heaton, absolute legend, man.
Yeah, he's always on the look for he's a music fanatic, isn't he? So like he kind of knows about all these like up and coming bands, and he'll let you know about them. It's good that way.
And he plucked Rianne Downey, I think, is from.
That's right. Yeah.
Was she from Bells Hill or something? She just did a beautiful South cover.
No, we were just there on the December on the Hydro.
Yeah, Rianne's brilliant.
And the story, am I right in saying that the story is she just did a cover version of Beautiful South on her guitar, and Paul Heaton somehow seen it and then said, do you want to come on tour? Do you want to go to the studio? And then
I don't know, that's what happened. I think it was on YouTube or something. And Paul'd seen it and got her in.
Amazing, man. What a legend.
Stage presence, so you know, she's great.
What a show he's putting on as well, and he's doing it. He's doing it at a fraction of the price. You know, the bands like Idols are charging 90 quid, I think it was, for the Hydro, and he's keeping it down about 30 quid or whatever. Yeah. What a guy, man! Shouts to Paul Heaton. I'm going to play one of your. I've got 2 of your tunes lined up, and what I've got the first one lined up is "What Became of You." Do you want to explain what this is all about? How did you write it?
Well, that was one. Was that the kind of? It was one of the earlier ones we did, wasn't it?
That was one of the first ones. It's What's Become of You.
Yeah, it's just that was during lockdown.
Yeah, it was another lockdown.
I'm not sure. You kind of took over the meaning of the song, really.
Yeah, I think it started off with that expression. What's become of you? And it's kind of
kind of looking back, kind of thing. And, yeah.
It's however you interpret it, really. You know.
Amazing. Yeah. Whistler, give us a play. Everyone who's watching, leave a comment if it's the first time. You're aware of folk drum. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. It's an absolute great song. It's also on the You Call That Radio's Best Songs of 2024 playlist. So I'll put a link in the comments to that. Okay.
I've been so patient. How I've tried. I heard my pillow speak. I've been so patient. I could have cried. I don't like to feel that way. What's become of you? What's become of you? So patient, how could that collide with all these thoughts of you? I've been so patient, you didn't ask why. I don't like to feel that way. Don't have to explain myself. What's become of you? What's become of you?
Yes, the folk drummer. What's Become of You? Stacey, great band, cracking track. Hold on, I've got it on a look. Hold on. It's the new look button, which can be handy. It can be handy.
So patient.
It can hinder. In fact, you know, maybe if we put it on quietly in the background, does that sound quite professional? The way that there's this little bit playing in the background. Okay, and I'm just going to remove that picture. Absolutely brilliant song. On You Call That Radio's Songs of the Year playlist. And Yeah, man, absolutely love that. It's great. So, where are you at now? So you're making the CD. Is this an album? Is this an EP? What are you going for?
It's an EP, 5 tracks, I think, yeah. And we're just going to go. Well, we've recorded like enough tracks for an album, but we're going to like do an EP and then make it, and then do an album afterwards if you get me. And
yeah, so it's a good way of doing it. Is you know, it's quite successful in the past. I've seen lots of people doing it, whereby you just kind of because the good thing about releasing EPs is that when you actually do the album, you can just release the songs again, or your favourite songs, or all of them.
Yeah.
Should you feel? Is that how you see it going?
I think so. Right?
we kind of released because we kind of have put 4 tracks out, haven't we? And like they've had radio play and stuff, but I think we're just going to release them again.
Re-release them.
As you know, when the EPs comes out physical or whatever, and then put out the album. We're just going to keep chucking out tracks, I think.
So
we don't have PR or anything like that. We've just been doing it ourselves. So.
Very independent.
Very independent, doing it all by yourself.
The most independent ever.
Yeah, it's you wonder how much, you know, sometimes you get those emails. I actually had a really good interview with a PR guy on the show recently, and it was interesting because he is actually a good PR, because I get emails from him, and he's actually had me. He specialises in hip hop, so I've had some of my favourite American rappers or underground rappers have been on this show. People like Brother Ali and B Dolan and Sarok and Bronze Nazareth from the Wu-Tang Clan, and so I know that he's good. So it was really interesting to hear his take on it. Anyway, he gave all the, you know, I thought he would maybe like not share his secrets, but I think the main thing is it's all about connections. So you can steal his ideas if you want, but you know, it's like if he sends it to a radio guy, they're probably going to listen to it. His email. It doesn't mean you're going to go on the radio, but then you get all these other people that try and charge money, and it's like there's no guarantee. I've never used anyone, so I've never had a manager or a PR guy or anything like that. But you just wonder, it's like, what happens if they just know? What if you just wait? What happens if I made the worst song of all time, and then I pay a PR guy $1,000 and said, "Do you want to shop this around for me?" And obviously, nobody. You don't get any money back if it's not successful.
I was tempted. I very nearly paid someone. What was it, like £600 or something? Just because I thought, you know, it might guarantee it a wee bit radio play, and when I found out that's no guarantee, then I just can't afford to do that, you know. So so we just decided to wing it, you know, and it's been okay up to now. But I mean, it's going to plateau, isn't it? And then you just got to keep pushing through.
Have you been successful with radio play so far? Is there anyone that's been supporting it? Who's been supporting
it? Well, we've had Radio Scotland, and a lot of Jim Kelly has played it on Amazing Radio. Scott's Way has been great, and
he's fantastic. He's so on the ball, that guy. Every Monday, updating that playlist, and does a great show. Book of the week, TV show of the week. I don't know how he stays on top of it all, but he's so on the ball with stuff. Shouts to Jim as well. Sonny Govan, they've always been great. Sonny Govan and Cam Glenn, I love you both equally. It's no a fight. I wonder if they do fight. They seem like they're friends because they're in different areas, but there must be a little bit of competition about who gets the first play of a track. I'd like to see them, Cam Glenn and Sonny Govan, in a tag team wrestling match for charity, of course. For charity.
I didn't know there was a rivalry.
I hope so.
Well, I think we've been played by them too.
Yeah, we've been quite lucky in that way, like getting a bit of radio play. But again, we get told like you keep hearing that it's going to get pay to play kind of thing, you know. But we've been, like I said, we've just been lucky in that way that folk have been playing us, so we're happy with that. You know.
And you've got a big Celtic Connections gig coming up. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, 31st of this month at the concert hall, Royal Concert Hall, the Danny Kyle stage. So I think in the exhibition suite thing. So we'll be on at like 5 o'clock. Yeah, hopefully it goes all right.
That's amazing. I'm just looking for the link. Is there a link to?
There might not be a poster for that just yet. for that
No,
one.
I just got the email today, to be honest. But
All right,
So
so
that-
this is an exclusive. This is exclusive news that you're playing.
yeah, it was just today. Liz, who's running it, a really nice woman, she told me that we're on it, so we were quite glad about that. But it works out quite nicely for us because we're kind of doing a wee mini tour in February, which we thought would kick off with an Edinburgh date at Leith Depot on the 10th of February. But this will be the first date now. Right?
Yeah, this is the first one.
And then we go to, where do we go after that? Carlisle, the Source on the 22nd and the 24th. Sneaky
Sneaky
Pete's,
Pete's.
but so back to Edinburgh. And then what's the next one? I forgot to write this down.
They're all written down.
It's all right
So we'll
because
post
what we've done is we've put in your Instagram in the comments. So for anyone who's watching this on I don't know what, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, you will see the Instagram on the comments. If you're listening to it on the audio podcast, I'll make sure to put it in info. It's instagram.com/the_folk_drama. Where all the information's happening. I've also got the Spotify. I'll put in the links as well, so that people can keep up to date with it. But it's good. I mean, perfect for Celtic Connections. So I'm glad you're getting a slot there because it's that'll go down a storm with the Celtic Connections crowd. And I love the Leith Depot. The Leith Depot is great as well, man. It's it keeps on every week or every couple of months. They're shutting down the Leith Depot.
Oh,
Then they just seem to win again, which is great to see. I think the general vibe is that people are moving into Leith who don't want a venue there, and it's just got a bit gentrified. And the people of Leith are saying, "No, the venue is here before you." So
they've kind of beaten them a few times now, like over the years. It's been going for about 10 years, them shutting down and then opening again. So
exactly.
they're still alive and well, I believe.
Ray and Sue here chomping homemade coronation chicken on baked potatoes, supping gin and tonics, fully committed to wet January. Ah well, don't rub it in. Love the laid back sound of folk drama, no drama in that track. Adam, where can I buy the new folk drama EP when it comes out?
We'll have it online, but we're doing the physical. I didn't realise you can do vinyl for EPs. I always just thought you did that on CD, but we've got a vinyl coming with it and a CD physical. And I don't know, where do you buy albums now?
online.
Yeah,
Bandcamp. Oh, the internet.
Bandcamp,
I've heard of that.
of course,
I've
yes.
heard of that. I've heard of the internet. Yeah, get it on the internet. No, Bandcamp is the way to go. I believe you want to go to the Folk Dramas Bandcamp page. And Nicholas Quirk says amazing EP.
all right, Nick.
And Ali Grant has confirmed that Leith Depot is staying. All good. They won their fight. Again, they shouldn't just keep having to fight annoying neighbours every single couple of months. So hopefully this fight is won for a while. I'm glad to hear that. And as your gig at the concert hall, ticket to the event, we don't know the answer to that, do we?
I think
Not
that's free.
ticketed, it's free, yeah.
Yeah, it's free in, so come on.
It's free, so get along to the Royal Concert Hall. It's very fancy. It's very
I know.
fancy.
We're getting fancy now.
Yeah, we're going to get dressed up.
You've got to. Yeah, it's a suit occasion. I would have thought if it's Celtic Connections, it's got to be. And so, hold on. Where is it you're from originally? It's Edinburgh and LA.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm from Edinburgh originally. I've lived here since 5-6 years now. But Edinburgh,
Yeah.
And
I'm from Los Angeles.
yeah.
Los Angeles. I'm sorry to hear about what's
I know.
happening there.
Yeah.
Can you obviously it's because Scotland's a small country. Being from a small country, I was living in Mexico for a bit there, and like so I've been to South Korea before, and just getting the scale, or even going to London, how big these places are. Can you give me an idea how bad is the LA fires? Is it like could you scale it in a way of Scotland so that I could maybe comprehend?
God, that's quite difficult because Scotland is like, so we have counties because it's so massive. Los Angeles, right? There's a lot of cities in the county of Los Angeles, so it would be like, I don't know, between here and Edinburgh. Like,
how many people live there again?
a lot of people.
30 million.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be like that distance right now. But then there was like multiple fires, not just in the one area. So it was like scattered fires. I don't understand it. I really don't.
Your family were like...
My family were in Hollywood, so they had to evacuate towards the end because it was like a random fire in the canyon.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the photos of the Hollywood sign with fire burning behind it, and it's
I didn't know it was that, like, it went that far. I climbed that when I was a child.
Did you?
So,
wow.
Yes, when you were able to. It's all fenced now, but if it's burnt down, then that's it, gone for...
It's kind of like, you can imagine like pictures of it, that's history.
I know, it's really devastating. It really is.
Yeah, horrible to see.
I was meant to be there as well right now, remember? But then I had like a bad intuition and I decided to postpone.
That's true.
Which was
wow.
odd. I know.
I thought it was all that UFOs you were
First
watching.
I was saying it's the UAP stuff.
Right,
Something's not right. Something's not right. It's not the time. And then this happened. I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, the UFOs turned out to be it was just WWE promoting their Netflix specials, I think. So it turned out it was just the wrestling. It wasn't the aliens at all. It was just the wrestling. But look, hold on, I'll just move us away from the screen for a second. So you claimed that. Somebody is going to get a really good a rapper. Some rappers went up there, and I hope they survived, because if you're a rapper from LA and you're just like in front of that or something, because obviously Hollywood's full of rappers, filmmakers. There's going to be some influencers, or there's going to be some content creation going on. But yeah, all jokes aside, it's absolutely crazy to see. And so do you think the aliens are coming this year, or do you think it was just a ploy to stop people talking about killing CEOs?
Well, all of it.
Yeah, all of it.
A distraction.
I think they've
to
been here
stop
for
the classes uprising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bit of everything.
That was my conspiracy. We'll stop the conspiracy theories for just now. Found them on Spotify playing Sunset Chaser in the background. A great song. Over 6,600 plays in this one. Yep. Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Ray and Sue. Adam will come along to the show. Can't wait to see you. Right. Stuart says it's going to be renamed Trumpwood. No more politics, please. Is your gig on the 31st of the month? Yes, it's at the Royal Concert Hall on the 31st of the month. And is there anything else you'd like to shout out? Thanks so much for joining us today. And thank you for playing the random King Tut's open mic night we did last year as well. Because it was like a last minute thing. And it was great to see you doing your thing live. And hopefully I can see you on the 31st as well. So it's 5 o'clock on the Danny Kyle stage at the Royal Concert Hall. And there's a tour on the way. There's an EP on the way. And anything else that we should know?
That kind of sums up for now, I think.
We'll keep everyone posted on the socials.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Good luck with the EP and everything. And everybody, I'll put a wee link in the comments just now to follow the Folk Drama on Spotify and Instagram. All the best, guys. See you later. Bye. I'm actually going to change the background I should remove that. We'll go with that. We've got it's the Friday night phone in on You Call That Radio. We are sponsored by Nacon. So apart from the patrons, so thanks to the patrons for supporting the show. We'll go for this. We'll go for blue. I think we'll go for blue. I'm trying to think what colour Mellow Party is because I believe that they're our next callers. Let's just go live to Mellow Party. Or Marty Pello.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I was thinking of a colour, a background colour, because obviously this is not a yellow album. You know, I normally associate you with the colour yellow, but
It's not.
what colour is Mellow Party?
2 seconds, Mark. Charlie, do you just wait as soon as I go on a podcast with Scooby every time to come in and interrupt?
No, but you just ruined my camera.
Right, well, you better go and get it.
No, but she's going to lock me out.
We'll take a key. Evie's just threw his Kermit head in the close, to be fair. It's a decent thing to interrupt for. Aye, what colour is Mellow Party? I don't know, maybe beige.
Don't talk to me like one of your wains. I don't fucking know. You're getting as much. You're supposed to show some respect and dignity to the podcast. I don't fucking know. Blue's fine. Somebody asked the question earlier on, which I think I've already asked you, but I can't remember your answer. Is Mellow Party anything to do with Marty Pello?
Who's Marty Pello?
All right, so it is. You stole Marty Pello's ideas, just like you stole my ideas with your
what you mean.
For your forthcoming single. You've stole
You're stealing my ideas.
No, you've stole my ideas. It's already been.
You stole my ideas is the name of my next EP, which is
no. I've already got a song
EP
called
about this track. 5
What
tracks.
one? You stole my ideas.
My ideas. As per.
Well, it annoys me because you've stole my ideas and you're releasing it before my ideas come out. So we're going to play both songs. We're going to play a bit of both songs. Hamish won't let me play our song because both songs are unreleased, so we don't know who stole whose idea here.
Well, we do know.
How?
We know that our song was written and recorded first, and we know it's the same drummer that plays on both tracks, and he played on our track first. So
what drummer would that be? Since you stole 2 of my drummers to join your band, would that be drummer 1, Colin Hunter, or drummer 2?
I didn't realise you owned the rights to the musicians in your bands.
Well, I just think if you're going
they've no free will.
Well, they're drummers, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say they should have too much free will. You know, give them a bit of free will. But it's good how do you decide who plays drums in a track then when you've got 2 of the best drummers on the planet? How do you decide who plays drums?
Just generally, if Gordy writes a song on the guitar, Colin plays drums, and if Colin writes us on the guitar, Gordy plays drums.
That's quite a good system
so far.
That is quite a good system.
Aye, it's flawless.
You are also playing Celtic Connections, but with a twist because you're releasing your album at the same time.
Yeah, it's going to be the Mellow Party debut album. It's called The Love You Have Inside of You Is All That You Truly Own. Nice short title.
It's a catchy.
I'm really happy with it. The guys have been in the studio doing finishing touches on. Oh, you cut off for a wee second there. Can you hear me, Mark?
Sorry, it's a catchy. I was just saying it's a catchy album name. The Love You Have Inside of You Is All That You Truly Own.
Mm-hmm.
It's a catchy album name. I'm saying, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Aye. It sounded sarcastic the way you said it.
No. I like the name, but has it got a nickname?
Right.
Have you got a nickname for it? Because it's a wee bit long.
Aye, the nickname is TLYHIOYIATYTO.
Does it spell out anything? I know it ends with a toe. Your toe. So to lure your
I'll probably get shot. Allura. Now, The Love You Have, it will probably people hopefully affectionately call it in the future.
I think it's a good name. And I like the album cover. Who did the album cover?
So it was Bazza Mills, who's a good pal and has done a lot of photography for Mellow Party, but also Colonel Mustard over the years, taking some really iconic shots of the Rolling Stones and Liam Gallagher and Jerry Cinnamon and stuff like that over the years as well. So, but we Bazza, it's good. He stays just at sort of Stirling neck of the woods, and we managed to blag our way into Stirling Castle for the very first shoot. and then that one we blagged our way into Stirling Jail, the old Stirling Jail, and that's just in the sort of gardens of that, or the car park.
Did you see the Rolling Stones and Liam Gallagher and Jerry Cinnamon?
The name drop.
You call that radio?
No, it's great.
It's plural. Great. It should be the name drops.
The name drops with an S. Okay, so I'm going to play the tune. We've got. Tell us about this song while I get it set up.
I'll tell you about what I'm drinking first. I'm drinking some Plenish Ginger Immunity. It's usually a £5. It's 1 ginger shot. Well, 5 ginger shots, but it's normally a £5 in the co-op. It's down to £3.50, and I'm trying to fight off this cold.
That is
what was the other?
No. We'll get to the song in a minute. It's more important. I don't feel well, so I feel like we should talk about ginger shots. I love a ginger shot.
Get yourself to the co-op, mate.
It's no Plenish. I use another brand. We're not sponsored. We don't have any sponsors here, but the other brand is actually about £1.50 for a tiny one. And then recently, my local shop got another brand, and it's £1.20 for a bigger bottle. But that's the biggest bottle I've seen yet. So it looks like it's a good deal.
5 shots, 100% vitamin C daily intake. But I have just been trying to drink about 2 of these a day. It seems to be helping. Eating a lot. So
why am I doing dry January when I feel like shit? I thought the whole point was I was supposed to feel amazing. I feel terrible, man.
Because your body has to go through all the withdrawals of the last 20 years, Mark. Like, you're lucky you're not attached to a ventilator. I
break during the week. I've been known to enjoy a shandy at the weekends, don't get me wrong. But it feels like, normally in the past, usually it takes a bit, I think if you just don't drink for a weekend, I feel that good energy where it's like, 9 days without alcohol or whatever. And then, I've been known to do a dry January, but what I did do, though, if I'm being honest, just in case any paparazzi out there caught me off guard, is that I started dry January on the 28th of December. So I had a couple of days in the bank. So actually, I had a drink on Saturday because it was the first time I'd seen Joe in about 2.5 months. So it was already in the bank from the 20th. I've got a few days in the bank that I could use if I need to. But I've decided that, for example, I like having a beer on the Friday night phone-in, but I'm on the water. But I went for a business meeting today, and I got a non-alcoholic beer. And then on the way back,
they're meant to be good for you. They're meant to be isotonic. Some of the non-alcoholic beers, they're meant to be quite good for you.
Well, I don't know if it was good for me. I had a Heineken 0.0, which is probably the best. Is the shite. It's better than the Carlsberg ones, and so that was fine. But you know what? But it was because I've kind of just not the motivation to go. And then I was walking home, and it was actually snowy, and it was just nice. I quite liked it. It was chilly, but it felt like fresh. And I was like, do you know what? I've been feeling shit all week, and it's probably just because I haven't been going out and about. And I was just like, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself to. If I was drinking alcohol, I would go for another drink. So I went for a non-alcoholic pint. £4.80, by the way, for Estrella on draft. Then as soon as I came out, it was absolutely freezing, and I've just felt a bit shit since then. But do you know what? I'm going to spark a 0.0 Peroni while I listen to the new single that you may or may not have ripped off of the Girobabies unreleased single. Hold on, we've got some comments. Let me just see before we do that. Hi, Colin. Fruit market was awesome. Do you want to tell us about the fruit market?
Oh, thanks, Ray and Sue. We actually started Colonel Mustard, my other band, started the year in January at Celtic Connections last year in the old fruit market, and then we finished it there in December. And we had a great night. I know you were no well. You were supposed to be there.
Well, that's it, man. I've actually been trying. I've been doing my best to look. It's not like me to know do things, but just like I didn't go out because that week I was supposed to go to your gig, and then I was going to catch the DOS, and I was really excited about it all. Right. and then Tam had a wee.
Can I
leaving do.
say, Mark? You might not feel good now, but your eyes are looking really nice tonight. I'm not sure if you've got some kind of special lighting, but you definitely. I look pure Peely Wally.
No, it's just lighting.
Can I get the Mark McGee filter?
No, honestly, man, you don't want to see me with the lighting. You don't want to see me with the lighting.
Right.
You wouldn't like me with
It's
no
lighting then.
It's like this is me looking. This is the best I can look. I'm actually cheating with lighting here.
You're looking good, man.
I'm not well. But that's the thing. I didn't go to the 21st to 22nd. There's a few nights that I just went. I'm not feeling well. I'm going to patch because I had the Christmas. I had the Boxing Day gig with the Loki album launch gig. So it's quite a lot on. And then I just did the Loki album launch, and I did have a few shandies after that, and then I didn't even make it to the Tams thing because I was just so. I just went. Do you know what? I just don't. I
really wanted to go to. Aye, I was going to say I really wanted to make it to Loki's night, but Donna was night shift, so I was gutted. It looked great.
It was a success. It was brilliant. And then Hug Me Nae. I just stayed in the house watching the Marty Pello fever dream, as Dan McGarvey called it. Just in the house myself. I didn't go out and hug me either, just because I was at the gym in January the 1st, and I'm like, do you know what?
Oh, is that guy that used to be in Wet, Wet, Wet?
He fucking is wet. I'm no offence to the rest of Wet, 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 but how dare you tour as Wet, Wet, Wet without Marty Pello? He's just back. He's back. So Mellow Party is obviously something to do with what you do. Adam wants to know, how much will your new Mellow Party CD cost?
Probably, I would assume about a tenner. It's a CD, it's an album.
And how do you decide your digital? I've just had to do this myself with the album because we've got the album out in March the 29th, but it's not all about me. But try to work out, because you want people. Do you make digital the same prices? I ended up going for what Bandcamp suggests is £8 for a digital album and £10 for a physical CD. Is what I went for. And then I said that the vinyl was 25 quid, but I don't even know if that is right. I mean, we've been selling vinyl for £15 for about 10 years. That's how old our album is. And everyone else is selling vinyl, by the way, before someone corrects me, vinyl for like 30 quid. So I don't know if I've maybe fucked it by selling vinyl for 25. What do you think?
I think, well, it's good to keep the prices low for people. Do you know, it's
not for me. It's not good for me. It's good for them. It's not good for me.
Fire it up a fiver then. And...
I'm unemployed. I've actually not got a job. By the way, I'm looking for a job.
Well, you should have been selling them for more then.
No, I know. I fucked it. It's too late now. You can't put the prices up, can you? Or like, well, you could early bird. Well, this is your warning. Go to Girobabies Bandcamp if you want a good deal, because I think I've accidentally sold things too cheap. And the gig tickets. I'm seeing all sorts of people selling tickets for £15, 20 quid. How much is it for a Colin Mustard ticket these days?
About 20 quid.
20 quid
for the
last fair. Well, what am I doing selling tickets for 12 quid? Gyro's last album launch in March 29th. 12 quid. This is your warning to get your Girobabies album launch tickets, because I realise that I'm actually a skin unemployed musician and I've already spent hundreds of pounds that I don't have on this album, and I'm bumping myself. So go to Bandcamp and schedule and get your tickets and your CDs and your vinyl before I actually realise what I've done, and put the prices up to a recommended retail price. But it's not all about me. It's not about me tonight. We're here to promote. We're here to promote Mellow Party. So I'm going to play the song. Do you want to? We'll read the comments after the song, because I'm going to get myself a non-alcoholic beer and listen to the song. What is it about? Do you want to give us a wee intro?
Yeah, so it's called Deep in the Holy Water. It's probably the least sort of folk style on the album.
It's not actually that mellow.
It's sort of, it's like the sort of almost like standalone song at the end of the album that goes in a wee bit of a different direction, and it does. It's got the sort of surf I don't know, a wee bit punk vibes going on, but the song itself is about the value of water and how the fact that particularly down in England more than Scotland, although Scotland's got its own issues as well in terms of its water, but the fact that we don't value the thing that we need the most in life, which we came from. The fact that I suppose down in England we'll hear that companies have been nationalised and they're in debt, but they're in the same debt that was never the case when they were actually nationalised. The water companies are privatised rather than nationalised down there, and basically they're giving their shareholders the money that they're now in debt that the taxpayers meant to pay, and in the meantime the water that we're meant to drink in, that we're supposed to wash, that we're supposed to go for a swim in, is absolutely polluted, and it's absolutely disgusting. And
the English rivers, the English rivers are full of jobbies.
Not just the English rivers, like Scottish ones, but in England it's worse than up here. And
jobbies in Scotland's water. I didn't know this. I thought it was England that was getting polluted with the jobby water. Sorry for saying the word jobby. I'm trying to think of a polite way to say that there is toilet-sea.
Aye, just releasing sewage into places where humans are supposed to swim and have leisure, but also, water is the most precious thing. You can go a month without eating, but you can't go 3 days without drinking water. And the fact
have you ever went a month without eating?
No.
What's the longest you've ever went? Have you ever fasted? You ever tried? I should be fasting.
When I was in hospital when I was a kid, my appendix burst and I didn't eat for maybe about a couple of weeks, I think. But I was on drips and. But
do you know who? That was water. So, do you know who values water? Nestle. Nestle value water. They just buy all the water. They buy all the water.
Aye.
You could maybe get a sponsorship with the song.
Nestle are one of the worst. Their water stuff, yeah, but more so like over in Africa where a lot of the water over there is polluted. Again, bad practice by big businesses, but they went over with guys dressed as if they were doctors, but they were salesmen, asking mothers to use basically powdered milk for their babies, which they were then using polluted water. And I think there was tens of thousands, if not more, deaths due to that, and that was all down to Nestle. So yeah, they're one of the worst.
We can maybe say that Nestle are the worst. I think they're maybe the worst out of all of them. They've not. It's a bad track record they have.
Coca-Cola's Coca-Cola's the biggest polluter.
Yeah, but it's easy to boycott.
Nestle, if you count.
You can boycott Coca-Cola though. You can't boycott every cereal in the world. That's the problem. That's what Nestle's got. They're buying all the water. They're buying all the chocolate bars. They're buying all the cereal. At least with Coca-Cola, you just go, right, I'm boycotting cola. I'll drink Iron Brew. Although, I don't know if Iron Brew's got blood in their hands. I mean, you don't get to the top by being nice. It's like Elon Musk didn't get to the top by being nice. He didn't. Richard Branson, people like Richard Branson. Oh, he's a nice old man. He didn't get to the top by being nice. He might have a vinyl player. He may know the Beatles B-sides, but he didn't get to the top by being nice. We're getting lots of comments coming in, John. I'm distracted. We'll play the song. Because speaking of water, I've ran out of winter water.
Let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing about the song. So the point of it is that we used to worship, nature, and we used to have respect for nature, and I suppose that's what it's about. Like, and going back before Christianity, like pagan times, we had respect, or the people in those days had respect for the elements and the things that kept us alive. And we, or at least big companies and some people in government, have moved away from that. And I suppose that is what Deep in the Holy Water is about. But it's also a song you can surf to and headbang to.
Yeah, it's got that Halloween surf punk sound that, funny enough, the Girobabies has Psychobilly, and it's a sound that Girobabies invented. And I don't know how he heard it because it was unreleased, and it just so happens the same drummer, Gordy Duncan, is on both. So we'll play your version, and then we'll play a little bit. Hamish won't let me play the full new Gyro single, but we'll go with yours first.
I thought you were in charge, Mark.
No, with this stuff, man. No, I'm the dictator of the democracy that is the Girobabies, but I think Hamish is a wee bit more in charge of the. Like, if I was just to sort of send, I think, I was just wanting to just send this song to my patrons this week, but I think I got the impression that Hamish would rather wait till the song's finished properly, mixed and mastered. So it's good to have somebody with that on your side. Because I wouldn't, that's why, when I've had a couple of beers, I'll send you songs and then they're unfinished. So I'm sending people that I know unfinished songs and to get feedback. But it's just to get validation. Just are we on the right path? Are we not?
Mm-hmm.
And then you fucking steal the ideas. So I shouldn't be doing that. He's got a point. We should make sure it's copyrighted. I'm always joking. Right, this is Deep in the Holy Water. Can you hear it? Oh, turn it up.
Wave, the tide breaks free into the estuary. Oh me, oh my, oh my, oh me. Deep state, deep state, deep state, deep state. My feet, the tide breaks free. My feet, deep in the holy water. Tears run dry, storm speeding, ocean breathing, clear the reign supreme. Oh me, oh my, oh my, oh me, oh me. Deep state, deep state, deep state. Like flames, make my fate. I dream the tide remain, breaks free to the ponder. Deep in the holy water.
Brilliant stuff.
Say that again?
Yeah, well, it's on a loop. It's on a loop. But we'll play it in the background because that's what a professional radio show would do. I'm going to take it off completely because it's distracting me. We're going to read some of the comments before we bring on the Noisy Poet all the way from Nottingham. And I don't know, it looks like he's got a good setup I can see in the background. So the Noisy Poet will be with us in about 5 minutes' time. We're going to catch up with the comments. Do you want to just plug the album and the launch again while I'm just getting things back to normal? John, plug the album.
Oh, you're cutting.
It's no me, man, on this.
So we're playing at Celtic Connections, the Dumfries Community Choir, on Tuesday the 28th of 7. Ticket £12, I think.
It's a good price.
But Mellow Party, so Steve Blackmore, Gordy Duncan, and Mac Fan, and myself. We've got an all-star band, including members of the Lorettes, Ice and Lauren for the Lorettes. We've got Craig Weir, the piper. We've got Alistair for the Creative Martyrs. We've got Becky Wallace, and plus the Dumfries Community Choir. So it's going to be a brilliant night. They set in 4 songs together at the end. I think there's a poster I could send you. I don't know if we've got time.
Send me the poster. Yeah, send it.
But Marcus has lot. He's done the he's done graphics. The thing for Bowsie's picture. I'll send you it now. And we've got Martin Windyback's picture of the choir. So it's going to be brilliant. We're going to help that and probably film it well. So it's been a while and we've never really done 4 songs like the choir. We've been down. There was talk of doing something with them at some point, but this is it. We're finally making that happen.
Amazing.
Did you get it through?
Where did you send it? WhatsApp? Oh yeah, got it.
WhatsApp?
Yeah, I've got it here. Yeah, so you were breaking up a little bit while you were talking, but it's I'm just going to reiterate it. I think your internet's...
So that's an exclusive poster.
An exclusive poster. We like that. So let's go for... Is it this one? Yeah. So exclusive poster for the album launch. The love you have inside of you is all that you truly own, or lovingly known as Celtic Connections, downstairs in the auditorium of Oran Mor, Tuesday the 20th of January, featuring the Lorettes, the Creative Martyrs, Becky Wallace, Craig Weir, and the Dumfries Community Choir. Get your tickets from Celtic Connections, Tickets Scotland, and Oran Mor. All ages welcome. Under 18s must be accompanied by an adult. That looks like a good one. I might. Oh, I think I'm
really looking forward to it. It's going to be a special one.
Why? Right, just before we go, because I've got Noizy Poet all the way in Nottingham is about to come on. But let's go through some comments. Also, I just want to ask you while I'm picking some comments out.
Right.
Why the name change? Because obviously Hunter McMustard was a thing. So why the name change?
It just became a band. We were going to change it before the last release, and the guys who are part of Mellow Party were like, no, keep it. You should up this reputation with Hunter McMustard. But both me and Colin at the same time, we were both like, no, if we're going to do it, it has to be now. And we both sort of came to that conclusion, and Colin brought it up, and I'm like, mate, I'm thinking the exact same thing. Like, it's became a band. Gordy's writing songs, Stevie and Gary are writing songs, and yeah. And it'll be a band that folk can drop in and out as they like, and we'll have special guests and all that, but it definitely feels like more of a band, and having Hunter and McMustard and Mellow Party, and it just seemed a bit laborious. You did do a clever one. You got lots of hits for Go On Yourself, and you featured the Mellow Party, which is a clever way of keeping the streams. If that makes sense. Hunter McMustard featuring the Mellow Party. How did you do? Did you not do that? Who did that? Someone was thinking. Well, we kind of it's a transition, but there's nothing really clever about it. It's just that's what it was, and we wanted the guys to be acknowledged. But then it's like, well, we are a band, and so we're just Mellow Party now, and that's it.
So
and you keep a stream anyway.
Jobby is a great word, says Soapy. I know a superhero called Jobby Man. Alan Grace's Toilet Seat, is that a band? It's okay, so I'm just going to forget. No more of that chat. Well, let's talk about the music here. We're here to talk about music. Magic Tune, Mellow Party are fucking brilliant, says Stacey. Rain Ray and Sue says, nice to see Gordy bumped into him fresh off a trawler at Heatons Festival. And he was sober and coherent.
Aye.
That was the first. But I hope he's still on the wagon. He is on the wagon right now. That's all you need to know.
Aye.
He is.
I was
so
at a
good
gig
on.
with him last night. He's doing good.
Good to
He's just-
see.
He's deep in the holy water.
The winter water. The winter water, as we call it on this show. Yeah, good on Gordon. Also, I'm excited to hear what's his song called again that's on the album, because I seen some clips of you recording it, but I know it from years ago.
Aye, wait and I'll tell you.
And that's another song that I get ripped off. I'm pretty sure I've got a line on that song. Gordy can clarify.
It's called Where I Belong, I think.
Where I Belong. Yes, there is a... Gordy will confirm it. Gordy, if you're watching, confirm that I wrote a sentence of that song. I wrote 2 lines of that song, but it's not about me. John, will there be a Colin Mustard CD soon? Asked Adam.
Colonel Mustard have been in recording 3 new songs, and we're working on other songs, but by the time it takes Colonel Mustard to do anything, we'll probably still be maybe a year or so away from a CD. But I think we'll, in all seriousness, I think we'll probably have a couple of releases this year. Maybe just 3 singles and possibly an album next year. So it's good. We got in the studio for the first time in a couple of years. Recording studio, that is. We're in rehearsing still quite a bit. But so it's good, and nice to get in, and the guys have put some great stuff down on the 3 tunes. So exciting times. I'm sitting on loads of new music with Colonel Mustard and Mellow Party and some other projects as well.
That's good feeling. It's a good feeling to have a stack in the vault. Big Al says this is brilliant content. Love the banner. I always want to phone in, by the way. Al, you will be able to phone in after I spoke to Noizy Poet. As you call that radio's Friday night phone in. So although we kind of rig some of the guests, you can actually phone in. Hi from California, says Stacey. Oh, I hope everything's all right, Stacey. It's wild out here.
Yeah, out there, aye. It's not nice to see. Yeah. Especially when you've got a president about to come in that doesn't believe in climate change. Probably, not great for the people of LA at the moment.
Jigsaw Tiger says Erdinger 0% is pretty good. Just to clarify, this isn't an advert. This is just 0.0. I'm just going to. I'm just going to pretend. Yeah, shouts to Amanda. I'm going to pretend to get pissed. Did you ever pretend to get high? Did you ever pretend? Did you use your imagination and take it?
Probably, when you're a teenager, kidding on.
A tic tac. You take a tic tac and pretend it's something else. And well, I suppose when you're young, you get high. That's why kids run around in circles, don't they? They run around in circles to get dizzy, to get high.
Aye. It's a lot of silliness at different ages, isn't there?
Colin Symes in the house. Is it not food for the fishes? I don't know about that. I think we're back to that chat.
Sounded like a mafioso threat, Colin.
We got the shots for Lidl were great, says Mark McInnes. I've not actually tried I'm a fan of the ginger shots. Okay, I'm going to play a quick snippet and then we're going to go to Noizy Poet just to see. So if everyone remembers, the last song we played was this. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so that's how that song sounds. Oh, come out. This is too. I may not play this because it's a wav. I've just. Oh, then by the way, I've got fast internet again. This is great. I've just downloaded it that quickly. I just did a 1-2 buckle my shoe, and then this is how Oran sounds with the same drummer and the same riff that we obviously invented. Halloween surf punk psychobilly sound. Where a wee bit of Tenacious D. Would you agree with that? No,
not consciously, but maybe subconsciously.
And this is our one.
But I love Tenacious D.
que se acabe esta dictadura que nos pisotea, que nos
That's
calla
good.
y reprime a balazos, que nos mata de hambre y de vergüenza. Los Girobabies nunca se cansan, los sueños son dementes.
Radio killed the radio star. Spotify killed the album. Mobile killed the landline.
Well, that's enough. That's enough before Hamish copyright strikes me. That's called The Secret Information, and I think I'm going to get the go ahead to Gordy Duncan drumming them both. Yeah, if you're a Patreon at patreon.com/you call that radio, we're going to send it because it's called The Secret Information. I think it should be a secret song for only the Patreon until after the album's out. So we're going to sort that out. You've been ripped off. Yep, I agree. Thanks, Mark, for backing me up. Can I ask the drummer?
No.
Tune.
Ask the drummer. That's what to do.
Did you swap the label on the bottle? This is what people. What do you use? Hinky me. It's a good idea, though. Maybe next week if I'm still struggling. Right, John, it's been great to speak to you. Everyone, go to the Mellow Party. I've got Noizy Poet waiting all the way from Nottingham. A pleasure as always.
later,
Go
mate.
and check
Thanks for
out
having us,
Mellow
man.
Party, Celtic Connections, and well, I'll put the poster up one last time. And if you're listening to this on the audio podcast, then it's the 28th of January at Oran Mor. Mellow Party. We're a super band featuring the Lorettes, Creative Martyrs, Becky Walsh, Craig Weir, and the Dumfries Community Choir. So that'll be a good night on Celtic Connections. Now I think we can go live to Nottingham. I'm assuming Nottingham to speak to the noise. It's a Friday night phone-in. As you call that radio, the Noisy Poet. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. It sounds good. How are you getting that? You're getting a good sound.
It's just through a laptop.
Good stuff. How are you doing?
Yeah, really good. It's not Nottingham. It is not Nottingham. It's Sheffield, Yorkshire.
Where did I get Nottingham from?
I don't
Sheffield.
know.
Well, I'll change that because I've said Nottingham in the description as well. So the King of Sheffield is here, Noisy Poet. And the first time I met you properly was I was actually sharing a stage with you. Girobabies were playing Equinox Festival in Derbyshire. Was it right? Am I right in saying Derbyshire?
No, it was Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire. It was a long festival season. It was a long summer. It was a long summer. But yeah, I'm getting mixed up with the Bearded Theory Festival, which was in Derbyshire. This was Lincolnshire.
Yeah, Cat and Hall, Derbyshire.
And you came on the stage and you spat your lyrics and you did some good stuff. And we also got you, we got some great poetry from you. This appears in the Festival Transporter, a little snippet on the Festival Transporter on our YouTube channel. Do you want to just introduce yourself to people and tell us about yourself?
Yeah, I'm the Noisy Poet. I'm actually rich, but I'm from Sheffield. I've been involved in and throwing parties for years and just love parties and events, basically, like people coming together. That's what I've based my idea of a career around, is just working in events and bringing people together. I organise a little chain of gigs called Lyrically Minded that are like open mic, open stage sort of nights, and then we have acts on afterwards. And they're in Sheffield. I'm a part of a collective called Section 80, Creative and Community Spaces, and we're based in Sheffield. And there's like a collection of sound systems that do free parties, and free parties has always been my main passion. Free parties is what like stoked me into thinking, well, thank fuck, there is something that I can get on board with fully here, and just said, anyway, I'm fully committed to the idea of free parties and to the idea of just doing it yourselves. And yeah,
amazing. And yeah, the free party scene is what is eye opening when you're coming through that. It's I was listening to a podcast last night. I think they were talking about Dreams and Young, and I was like trying to think, is there anything I can sample for the Dreams Are Mental album? And they were talking about finding meaning, and it's like why people join cults. It's why people have children. It's why people do all sorts of things. But they were also talking about starting bands, and I think, you know, free party, a good rave, a good festival, a good independent festival. It does. It provides me with lots of meaning. There's just something nice about people getting together, being relaxed, smiling, dancing, having fun, and everybody seems sound. Turns out they're no. You end up getting some snakes in the grass. People get come downs and that. But there's some beautiful moments that make you feel like everything's going to be okay. And I like that.
Yeah.
I agree. That 0% went to your napper, says Mark McInnes. Colin Syme says Sheffield is way better than...
It felt like a jab every time he said Nottingham before I was on.
Yeah, sorry, no. Is that have you got a rivalry, or is it just because
No, not at all. I just Sheffield. I don't know. Yorkshire.
Sorry, I don't know where I get Nottingham from. Why would I say Nottingham? I don't know.
I don't know.
It was because they're not near each other or anything.
Yeah, not too far, but yeah.
Like how long are we talking? How close was it? Nah, you don't even know. Well, that says it all. It can't be that close. I was hoping to say it's there or thereabouts, but then that would make it worse because then we're talking about rival cities here. Sheffield. Yeah. Nottingham. All we really know about Nottingham is they produce Sleaford mods. Sheffield is Arctic Monkeys. What else? Sheffield is Steel. Sheffield is Full Monty. What else does Sheffield have? Obviously, we know that you've got your collective.
That was about to be my answer. To be fair, was it?
Tell us what the collective. Explain the collective. Sorry,
we've got 7 massive hills. It's
7 hills.
Same as Rome is built on 7 hills, so it's a very hilly city. That's something Sheffield's got.
So not great for cycling. Not great.
No, not great for cycling.
Glasgow's not great for cycling either. Everything. So the city centre of Glasgow is downhill. So no matter where you live, I've lived in the north, south, east, west. No matter where you live, you're always going down, full of energy. And then when you're knackered, you've got to go up the way. Richard Hawley, Pulp. Thanks, Soapy. Shout outs to Richard Hawley and Pulp. And Sheffield is way better than Nottingham, says Colin. Noizy Poet has massive post-its. Is that a post-it behind you?
That's a post-it.
A post-it note. Wait, what does that say?
Oh, it's a mattress that says nothing really mattress on it.
Yes.
I'm in quite a decorated room, actually. I'll give you a 360 of the room.
I thought you had a drum kit earlier on. Oh, wow. Hey, yes, we get the full show. What? I like the graffiti. Fucking yes. It's not all Arctic Monkeys in Full Monty in Sheffield. They've got it going on there. Baseline, says Lauren Flo.
Yeah, Sheffield is famous for its bassline and niche music.
So
it more or less got banned in Sheffield to the point where they can't do big events of that genre of music anymore because of what happens at there. It's crazy. It is actually kind of banned in Sheffield.
Baseline Sheffield, Gabba is Newcastle. I know that because
and Gabba's one of my favourites personally. I'm very in tune with Gabba. I like Gabba.
I loved Gabba when I was a child, and then I got a wee bit snobby with my techno, by going to the arches and stuff. Then as I've got older, I've got more respect for Gabba again. It's got the energy. It's got energy, and there's not enough. Newcastle loves its Gabba. What is it that Leeds has got again? Leeds has got something. Leeds has got his strange one as well. No strange, but a high energy, not nationally popular sound. Can someone tell me what the Leeds sound is again? Stuart wants the comfy chair. Tell us about the collective. So I'm just to explain the collective. So because obviously you're the Noizy Poet. You've got bassline. You've got Gabba. What's going on? What would be a typical? Give me a typical night in Sheffield. What would you do? A budget. When you've got a budget, I'm giving you an imaginary budget. So who would be the best DJs and bands in Sheffield? What would happen? Where would we go?
That's a very good question. It would cause there are so many event organisers and stuff, and we're friends with a lot of them. There are a lot of them. There's generally something different on every weekend. There's a few venues that are quite good, like they let people take their own sound systems in and let you have it really loud. Not so many and less than there used to be, but there are still some. And it'd be one of those places I'd take you to, like South Bank Warehouse or Dryad Works or somewhere like that. And there's some loud events in Sheffield. Like my friend has Tallulah Sound System, which is a reggae dub sound system. And he was with me actually at Equinox. You met him as well. He was working with me on the bar. But so there's like the reggae scene that he's a part of. He's a part of Section 80 as well. The Tallulah Sound System is a part of Section 80, the collective. So that's like we've got in the proper reggae, proper sound system. Like so, we're a part of that community in a sense. Like there's a lot of different communities that seem to not be divided, but are slightly defined by the genre of music that they listen to. They're the sort of people that you see those people at that genre of music events. I've personally been somebody that will always go to like absolutely anything, and you do find a lot of people that float in between, and that's why the Section 80 idea is quite good, because then we have other sound systems that focus on harder electronic music, and we've got a friend of mine called Ian who runs an event group called Sick Bucket Promotions, and they organise punk and hardcore gigs, like with a different type, not electronic hardcore, but they organise punk and like thrash gigs and stuff, and also ska ones as well. To be fair, he does quite a collection of live music basically, and then one of my friends has Oat for Note Audio, and he does a lot of free parties, and but together we really want to work all together to try and basically have like an area at a festival between us, or our own festival sort of thing, a Section 80 little festival, and that's sort of what we're working towards as a collective, and and there's other sound systems involved as well.
Yeah, it's having ran stages at festivals and been sort of in the background, the bigger festivals. It's really tough. It's tough. And what we tend to do, I think what I'm doing this year is just sticking to the 200 cap festivals, and we could. I don't quote me on it, but I think we might be able to get you into a couple of things. We've not confirmed anything, but I think we will be confirming later this month that we're going back to the tropical Isle of Arran for a wee Solar Fest, and we'll hopefully be doing another Club Anywhen Fest as well, and a couple other wee things. But I think that the best way to do it is just really keep it small, keep it DIY, keep the ticket prices low, so basically everyone we just break even, and hopefully nobody loses any money. But it's just that, unfortunately, people are poor, and when they're watching their money,
there is always the option of the free party as well. Obviously, you don't necessarily have to cost an arm and a leg. Like if you just
as long as everyone chips in for the diesel. If people chip in for the diesel,
yeah. The example I didn't get to go. I went to London for a free party for the New Year's, but there was a party in Spain on the New Year's that a lot of my friends went to from England for a technival, they call it, which is like in honour of the word techno. I'm sure you've heard of technivals. They're like free festivals essentially, and it's more of a on mainland Europe thing than in England, but it kind of comes from England and the Spiral Tribe moving over and starting the parties. And but now the party in Spain, apparently it was just massive basically, and it's completely free. And my friend was saying they had a half pipe set up at one stage, and the stages are all ginormous sound systems, sound engineered very well. Big crowd of very respectful people. It's self-policed, other than the fact that there is actual police lights on the perimeter and stuff. And then that's a good thing that us as a collective, we're all open-minded for free parties and stuff. As much as we do legal events and licensed events, we more do that just as so that we can keep doing what we're doing, that we're passionate for, because we can't constantly be doing the free parties because it's not that sustainable. But in the long run, if we got to a point where it's like the party was in Spain, then it could actually be sustainable.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's when people say free party, they've got to remember that somebody's paying for diesel for the generator, somebody's setting it up. So if you ever do go to a free party, find somebody and give them some money, because it still costs somebody money and time and effort to put together. But you just reminded me of this thing that happened. 6-day illegal rave sees 5,000 people descend on Spanish village.
Yeah,
so that was
talking about.
That was about 2 years ago.
Oh, is it? I thought that was this. I thought that was. I didn't
No,
get close enough. I thought that was this year.
yeah,
But
it
that's,
was 24 hours a day of chin chin boom, said Fernando Alvarez. It was 24 hours a day of chin chin boom for 6 days, and obviously because it was a little village, the police couldn't stop it, and it just went on for 6 days. But everybody seemed to have a good time. In fact, do you remember the woman from Wales? Welsh Wave BBC. Hold on, Welsh Wave BBC. Where is she? I can't find it. If anyone can find me the clip of basically the BBC are trying to get her to complain about this illegal party that went on all night, and the couple, this lovely old Welsh couple, it must have been their 60s or 70s or whatever. They're like, oh, they were lovely. We just noticed all these cars. I can't do a Welsh accent. They noticed all these cars parked on the street for some reason, and they were just making everyone cups of tea, and they said that they were all very lovely. So yeah, there's not really much you can do once the party started in a small village. But I've got a clip set up here from Equinox. So if anyone's wanting to watch Festival Transport or Equinox, but this is Noisy Poet here.
The Noisy Poet. Everything is not okay. The media is corrupted. I'm not going to pay into a system that's so fucked up. I'm not going to stand in a queue wearing a suit that infuses for bombs that go boom in the Middle East.
Yes, Equinox Festival. What a festival. And thank you very much, you and who else was working at the bar. You helped guide me through my toothache. What was it? An abscess. I had an abscess. And... but yes, with your guidance, my abscess was fine. And I woke up the next day and it was gone. So Equinox is a magical festival. Everybody was dead nice. And they guided me through the pain. And it was gone. The next day it was gone. But I did have to get a tooth removed in November. They sedated me. I got it sedated, which wasn't bad. Better than having a 45-minute operation and being awake. I was going to say it was called metronome, but it's not a metronome. I've been in the studio too much. It's not a metronome. They injected me with a metronome. It was something like that. It ended with a pan. So Equinox Festival, do you go every year? What is Equinox Festival? What's it like for people that have ever been to Equinox Festival? How would you describe it?
I've been going every year for the last 4 years, and I've worked every time. I work for a bar company called Firewater Bars. That they're set up on the principle of sustaining small festivals, so they don't work for the profit of selling. We don't work for the profit of selling the alcohol. We sell the festival's alcohol, and we just charge them an hourly rate. So the festival gets to keep the profit from the alcohol. And it's important for small festivals that aren't taking on corporate sponsors and stuff like Equinox to make sure that they get the profit base, they get some of the profit, because it makes it more sustainable for them to keep doing parties. Because at festivals like Equinox, there's quite a lot of people, so the bar does make quite a lot of money. And we do other festivals like Maui Wowie Festival down in it's in Norfolk now. The guys are from Suffolk, and that's a brilliant festival that I don't know if you've ever been, but I recommend it. Definitely recommend it.
I haven't been, but I've heard amazing things about it. More kind of world music. Everybody that goes says it's absolutely amazing. So a few of my friends have played it. I've just heard good things. I would love to go to it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Definitely up for we've got an album out in March, so we're wanting to play new places. So we've said no.
Sheffield.
Where? Sheffield, yeah. We want to play Sheffield, definitely. Yeah. It's just about tying it all up. So where's near Sheffield that I could try and link it up to make a weekend, but we'll finish in Sheffield so that we can just get on it for the night.
Yeah, Leeds is not too far.
Well, we should give Leeds another shot. Our worst ever gig was at Leeds. We're supporting the brilliant.
Yeah, you got to go again. Then you can't have.
It was the Beaverworks, which everyone tells me was a great venue. It is a great venue, and Sick Note were brilliant. It was just the promoter refused to give us not even a pint while we're on stage, and we travelled a long way. And the sound engineer was a lovely guy, but it wasn't his fault. He was tripping in acid, thinking he was just doing DJ music, and we were there with a full band. We had to borrow a drum kit from someone in Leeds. and it just didn't go very well. And it was a long drive back to Knockengorrick. The band nearly broke up that night, but Knockengorrick ended up going really well. Great festival. But yeah, we're trying to go somewhere new. We want to go to Europe. We want to go to festivals down south we've never played before and just change it up a bit. So yeah, keep us posted. Rain Seuss confused. Trying to get my head around what Noizy does. Seems part of a consortium of loud sound system providers focused on free events for the Yorkshire people. Basically, Noizy Poet is the Mark McGee of Sheffield. So it's like, what do I do? What do Rain Sue? What would you tell someone? What do I do? I don't even know what I do. So he's basically trying to explain what he does, and it's hard to explain. But he's an artist, and he just does his thing. In fact, would you like to would you want to do a live poem live on the radio, an exclusive, or you call that radio? I know I'm putting you in the spot.
Yeah, I was worried that I thought you might do that.
I thought, well, why not?
I still didn't prepare anything. Just do the one that was in that video, I guess.
Okay, yeah, because I cut it off. It was rude.
How okay are you with the fact that everything is not okay? Because you must be at least a little bit okay with the fact that everything is not okay, because you're sat here staring at your screen. Everything is not okay. The media is corrupted. I don't want to pay into a system that's so fucked up. I don't want to stand in a queue to wear a suit lighting fuses for bombs that go boom in the Middle East. People say it's for democracy. They say it is for peace, but we know it's all for oil and we know it's for greed. They manufacture weapons and hold the best weapons back from the armies that they always plan to attack. Lying about democracy while bombing in Iraq. We know it is hypocrisy, but we just laugh at that. Like, but this shit, it is seriously not funny. Think about the fact that every time a gun gets shot, a corporation makes a little bit of money. And they're outsourcing slavery to places like China and Vietnam. And then we're pretending to fight with bravery against the so-called Taliban. Because what you cannot see, you're supposed to ignore. And that is exactly what your smartphone is for. Because when you're staring at the screen, you're screening all your thoughts. You're flicking through memes and you're never really pressing pause. Staring at your phone, yeah, you look like you're a phony. Just because I'm alone does not mean that I am lonely. Scientists have tried. I'm far too complex. They cannot clone me. I'm always at home, brother, because you know I'm a homie. I'm the MC king. No other one can dethrone me. Wipe your mouth, brother. It's getting a little foamy. I'm the Noizy Poet. Some might call me the keyword MC. Someone's laughing in the background, making this harder. I'm the Noizy Poet. Some call me the keyword MC. On the beat or a cappella, I rhyme like I'm a G. It's like igniting gasoline. I will literally rhyme the epitome. I will try to make you all look at life just a little bit differently. I'm the Noizy Poet. I need to stop now. Thank you.
Fantastic. The Noizy Poet. That's what he does, Rain Sue. That's what he does. Hunter and McMustard says, great poem, man. Connected with that, says Stuart. Lauren says, Leeds, Lincoln, Nottingham, Beans and Toast. There's a folk festival. I know Beans and Toast. I've met him a few times. Wow, says Stuart. And folk drama has messaged to say he's great. Yep, absolutely. So, and wow, says Rain Sue. There you go. And that's there you go. Their question was, what do you do? That's one of the many things that the Noizy Poet does. So, how are we going to do this? Because obviously you said you want to come up to Glasgow. So,
yeah, definitely.
So the thing is, we normally do the friction burn supper, which is the alternative burn supper. So the burn supper is kind of, I don't know, it's usually a bit twee. It's also a bit expensive. It's like, 45 quid for a 3-course meal. And it's a little bit outdated and it's a little bit classist, I feel. And so what the alternative burn supper is, we always try and keep it to a $5. I think we've went to a $10 once. And we give everybody gets some food and a nip of whiskey included in the price. And I've not organised it yet, but I'm starting to think I can. December was so busy that I was like, do I really want to give myself a... But, last year, apart from lockdown and last year when I was in Mexico, we just did it online. But I've still got enough time to get a good lineup together, say for Saturday, the 1st of February. So we might just do it. I'm thinking about it. I was at a venue today that's going to be perfect for it that I've never seen before. So if they've got the 1st of February available, then we'll just do it. It's not much notice for yourself. But you said that you've just passed your driving test.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're still at that stage where you just like driving.
I love driving. I've been driving constantly since I passed in October and bought the car literally a couple of days after I passed, and I've been to Manchester a few times, Wales, Skegness, Cleethorpes, London, Bristol, and just driving every day all the time basically.
Is it correct of me to assume the Bristols get the best sound system culture?
Nah, Sheffield's got the best sound system culture, but Bristol's got a really good one there.
I've been to Bristol, and I was surprised at how much I really liked it. So yeah, I'd like to go. But so Sheffield. So what's happening in Sheffield? Can we just? I'll maybe put a pencil in. Is there anything? Have you got a particular date in mind for Sheffield for us to take the Girobabies down there, and we'll just maybe pencil in?
Well, I was thinking in March is the next time that I want to do a lyrically minded gig, like a live gig.
Say April because the 29th is our Glasgow launch. So right now, it's all hands on deck to get the vinyl, the CDs, everything, the T-shirts, everything ready for the 29th of March.
Yeah.
So everything will by hook or crook be ready by March the 29th. So April. So maybe
possibly,
do your
but
March one.
Yeah, I can't confirm a date yet in April. I need to wait for the
That's all right.
The company that I work for doing the bar work to send me the work list because there might be work on in it by April.
No, it's fine. No, but we'll not. I need to confirm with the band as well, you know, because it's like herding cats. It's not as simple as me just going, I'll do it. Although, if you do an open mic, I'll just come down and do it. So I want to go to Sheffield. It sounds absolutely brilliant. Is there anyone from Sheffield that we could play a quick song from? Is there anyone that you would recommend that I could just play off of YouTube?
Anyone from Sheffield that could play a quick song from?
Or is there anyone there that could play a song? Or could you just start DJing?
Can you start? No, I've not got anything set up at all. I sent you a link for the Bandcamp. My friend from London, Nikita, Captain Glitch, he was released on album by IRD Sound System, who are a big old school sound system from London that they're going for years, and they release albums on Bandcamp, and they've done my mate Nikita basically.
Strange Bits Volume 1,
and the first track on the album is me.
Hold on, is this
one?
one?
Get that up now,
I think I have got it here. Maybe is this
off.
called?
I've lost.
Strange Bits Volume 1.
I've lost you.
No, I'm still here. Is it this?
I'm listening.
I don't know if I'm playing the right thing. Give me 2 seconds.
Right. Dr. John Cooper Clarke, do you call that radio?
Brothers and sisters, may the peace that can only come from the one God be upon you.
Okay, I found it. I've got it. Captain Glitch. Here we go. Captain Glitch. This is the one. So track 1, Legends of the Underground featuring.
Holding this mic makes me feel like a bad man MC, and I'm flowing that vibe. I'm a G. Motherfucker up. Motherfucker up. Trying to be profound while keeping it real. Lying on the ground. It's that bass I wanna feel. Gotta sound clever. Might get flirty. That's just wrong, yeah. Yo, that beat. That bass I feel. That bass I wanna feel. That bass I feel. That bass I feel. Bass I wanna feel. Bass that mixture. I have this. So, yo, I'm a noisy poet, and I'm at the beginner MC, but I'm making this mic, and I'm gonna spit some poetry. I enjoy having the mic poetry, spitting my rhymes poetry, and holding in mind this, feel like I'm a bad one MC, and I'm flowing that right poetry. And I'm blowing that poetry, right? Yo, I'm a noisy poet, right? I'm not a beginner MC, but I'm gonna take this mic and I'm gonna spit some poetry. Now repeat this over and over, and if you're on ketamine, you deserve to fall over. You don't how it is. Batman MC, blowing that back right. With the beat, dance to the music. Let the music take over. Breathe deep breath now. Breathe slower. In and one and two and three and four and out. Holding this mic makes me feel like a bad man MC, and I'm blowing that vibe. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4 and out. 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I have to say it down. Keep it down. Do it again. Down. Do it again. This is a noisy poet. I'm a beginner MC, but I'm gonna take this mic and I'm gonna speak some poetry. I'm putting my words at the beats, and I'm hoping for listeners. I'm a poet on the street, I'm an anti-conditioner. Trying to keep it found while keeping it real. Lying on the ground is the bass I wanna feel. But I've got to sound clever and a little bit quirky, and a touch of humour, but I might get flirty. I've got enough will to talk all day. I have to release this in some kind of way. So with your arms in the air like you just don't care and stop your feet. I've got that one as well. Fucking hell. You're just like dancing, stamp your foot up. You're just like dancing. You're just like dancing, stamp your foot up. You're just like dancing. You're just like dancing, stamp your foot up. You're just like dancing. You're just like dancing, stamp your foot up. Music blasted from this heavy building, and we go 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now repeat this over and 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 over. And if you're on ketamine, you deserve to fall over. Music blasted from this heavy building, and we roar and cry like full-grown children. Beat as you dance to the music. As you dance to the music.
Captain Glitch.
Captain Glitch, yeah.
Captain Glitch.
He's got some brilliant music. He's also on SoundCloud as Youth Astounded. But, the end of that tune reminded me that was it. When we made that song, we were actually aiming to make a completely different song, and that was like a secondary result of the day. But we did make one song that was called The Bradford Tale, and the end of it, that had a bit from the recording of The Bradford Tale in it. It said music blasted from this epic building. And The Bradford Tale, I don't know how much to say before, just because it's a poem. I've written a poem called The Bradford Tale as well, so I don't know how much to say. I'll just do the poem. I'll just do the...
the poem? Just do the poem.
It's like a storytelling poem anyway. And I do actually struggle now. When I mention this story to people, I struggle to not just start saying the words that I've learnt for the poem. When I mention the story, it's The Bradford Tale. And it was in 2009, or it might have been in 2010. I can't actually exactly remember when. But there was 2 crews called Gash Collective and Daylight Robbery that sent me on an awesome adventure when they tried to, wait for this, throw a rave in the biggest building in Bradford city centre. Ears to the ground, post nothing online. The party's going to be somewhere near Bradford, just ring the party line. So we were on the train to Bradford for well over an hour. The whole carriage full of youth permeating people power. We were on a mission, and regardless of the laws, we will not cower.
When we got to Bradford, we were just mooching about, walking the streets. And when the party line, it finally changed, detailing the location, it was frantic, running through the streets in uncontrollable anticipation. Babylonians were looking on, probably questioning the occasion. And I actually only just then realised that thousands of other people shared with me this city centre destination. The building, we got to it, it was fucking massive. But it was already surrounded by the police. And obviously they went fucking mental. They ran at us with truncheons and they formed a kettle. But we chanted for gash and we refused to settle. We were on the outside of the building, shouting and chanting, calmly telling the police, we're just like dancing. When the police line that was holding us, it broke. At first, I was naive. I thought they were letting us in to save the peace. And everyone charged in this underground, down this tunnel underground, under the building. When down to the bottom of the tunnel, in fact, as we were going down the tunnel, there was a transit van that squashed up against some guy. And when the van started to slide, I think I actually saved his life from being trampled. When we got down to the bottom of the tunnel and round to the left, there was already police there with pepper spray and truncheons. But the police behind those police were dragging out bass bins. Surely that's theft. But we knew that this time it was not a test. They ran at us with truncheons and we had to turn around. But music, when we were back outside, music blasted from this epic building and we roared with pride like full-grown children. But after only 10 minutes, Gash Collective actually announced defeat over a walkie. I don't think it was either a megaphone or through a tannoy speaker or something. They announced defeat, politely asked us to just get off the streets. The police marched us away from the building, thousands of people to the now closed Bradford train station. It was a beautiful spectacle of a fucked up situation. But we managed to break from the kettle and we quickly got a taxi. And the driver was relaxing. He let 9 of us in an 8-seater. But he wouldn't let us smoke cigarettes, but he let us smoke reefer. So we blasted down the motorway all the way to Sheffield, where we met with the other boys. And we excitedly explained the police's tactics employs and how fucking special it feels to be a part of this noise. See, this, I get emotional at the end of this. This night was more than just a mad night. It forever changed my view on life. It made me realising that just having it anyway is the best way of resisting. And that these sort of things are what helped me keep on living. I'm definitely forgetting a bit now from the end, which is disappointing because I remembered it all. I don't know. That was it. I get actually emotional when I remember it.
That was brilliant, man. No.
To Sheffield, we partied in a warehouse in Attercliffe till Monday. Life is so exciting, so far from mundane. And then I should have said, and this night was more than just a mad night. It forever changed my life. Gave me what I said before.
That's brilliant. Fantastic. Noisy Poet. And hopefully we'll have Noisy Poet for the Friction Burn Supper if the right venue. Because I visited this venue today and it's Southside and I've never been in it before and it's perfect. So if they have the 1st of February available, I'll let you know, man, because it'd be great to have you. It's a Friday night phoning on You Call That Radio. We've had Folk Drama were fantastic, thanks to them, thanks to Mellow Party, John McMustard. But we've got someone else who just phoned in there. It's Big Al. It's Big Al. You need to unmute yourself, Big Al. Noisy Poet, this is Big Al.
Hello.
Hi, Big Al.
Good to meet you.
Not as big as he used to be. He's doing well on the diet, doing well on the sobriety. Congratulations on both, Al.
Thank you. That's awfully nice of you, Mark. What's
your 6 months of sobriety? It's Lindisfarne. You've been sober since Lindisfarne. So what do you make of this? Am I is this a bad move if it's 0.0%?
For me personally, it'd be a bad move because I'm just pretending to drink and I'm not getting the payoff. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it'd be a good idea for me. It's just.
Do you know? I think this worked quite well for me because at the start of the show, I felt no well. I felt like I had a cold, but then because I've been talking to some brilliant people, and I feel like I'm having a beer because it's not like I get that drunk on beer anyway. I just sort of I plateau at 2 pints. I've got 2 pints in me for the rest of the night. I just I pee it out as fast as I drink it, and it's all good. So I think I think this works for me just now. I think it might be a riskier move doing it in a pub at a gig or something like that. But well
Thank
done,
you.
Al, says Lou. You're looking great, says Lou. Stacey says, looking great, Al. Yas says Stuart. And Rain Sue enjoyed your poem. I love having a story to tell like that, says Stuart. I welcome Lou Rogerson, who's finally arrived 1 hour and 45 minutes late, just as we're kind of wrapping up the show. But we've got Al here. Al, you've got something to plug. What are you doing? It's not all about sobriety.
No, it's not all about sobriety.
It's not all about that. No, you've got some news. What's your news?
Well, firstly, I will say, I was speaking to Hazy, and he's like, Mark was on the phone the other day, and he says that I've lost a lot of weight. I was just worried he might be on the Dan. You're not going straight to that, Mark. You know what I mean? But it was a big transformation January, you know. But it's not all about sobriety. What I've been doing to keep busy, and because it keeps me right, is my comedy. I love my comedy, but I put the stand up on hold, and I'm doing improv at the moment, and I've been training.
Can you explain the difference between improv and stand up to people who don't know?
Yeah, well, basically, stand up is you yourself, and it's up to you to get the laugh. You know, you're on the stage, and you're working the crowd. Whereas improv is like a team sport, and it's kind of like whose line is it anyway, like that sort of comedy. But this is long form improv, which means you get from different places. You get the buzzword from. It could be the crowd, it could be the internet. There's different games and stuff we play, but basically we get a montage, and we take the information from that and build scenes from it. And it's between me and at least one other person, and we build a world as we go, and everything is made up on the spot on that day. There's no meetings behind the curtain. There's nothing planned. It's all free flowing and fluid comedy, and it's amazing where it can go, and the laughs you can get from, you know, just working what you're given, and it just comes naturally and stuff. You really need to see it, I think, Mark. But it's
I've seen it before. I've seen it done well. Billy Kirkwood, I think, is hosting an improv,
right,
who's amazing. And who's the other guy? There's another quite a famous comedian. I seen him do it once at the stand, because we used to just go to the stand just for the sake of it. So you didn't know what was going to go on. Sometimes it'd be like the Raw open mic night. I think it's called Raw. And sometimes it'd be like you'd get a famous comedian, or sometimes you can just tell someone who's an established comedian. Maybe. I've also seen it done really badly at Edinburgh Fringe, but it was just because it was very posh, annoying, like they weren't funny. But that's not against improv. You don't get good everything,
exactly.
or you know what I mean, or everyone would do it. But so who's it? So it's on the 14th of January. I've got that pictured in.
So on the 14th of January at the old hairdressers up the stairs.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a bar down the stairs if anybody wanting a wee drink and stuff.
I think there's a bar up the stairs as well, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a second floor, but we're right at the very top.
Yeah, I think there's a bar on that floor as well.
Yeah, right. Well, you won't go shop for a drink.
I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue with you over it, but I think there's a bar upstairs as well.
Right.
But no, there might not. You're right. I think you're right. I'm getting mixed up. I think it was a BYOB thing that happened once. But anyway, the 14th. Is there a poster on your page that will just bring up on the screen?
Yeah, there is, and I'll bring it forward to the front. So it's the newest post. It's just me and the class that I've been training with for 8 weeks, making up. It'll be 2 teams, and we'll make a monologue, and we'll there'll be a first scene with 3 beats, and then it'll happen again, and everything will be made up on the spot, and hopefully we get some good laughs. And straight after it, there's a guest, special guest. Is it Stephen Buchanan? I think he's out of Scott Squad and some other things. He's doing the monologue thereafter, and then they're doing pretty much the same thing, but these guys have been training for years and they're established, you know what I mean? But yeah, you'll definitely get a good laugh on the night, and be good to see some familiar faces there, guys.
I'm up for it. It might be my first sober night out of dry January, because I find it quite easy to stay sober in the house, but it's going out. But 14th, why no? I think there's a few sober friends going to be there, so I'm up for doing it. 14th of January at the Old Hairdressers. Wee Eddie says 2 floors up, 1 pint down.
That's exactly right.
Stuart says looking forward to seeing your comedy again, mate. Mary W says you're looking fantastic. Very best wishes in all your ventures. Yeah, no, we're up for it. What's the comedy scene like in Sheffield?
I don't know, to be honest. I did used to go to there was an open mic by a guy called Tal Taylor who did Tal Taylor's Talent Night, and that had a couple of stand-up comedians in there, and he did do a couple of other comedy nights, but the comedy club that I know of in the city centre is closed down now. I worked there for a couple of shifts on the bar, but that's gone now. It's something else. Well, I don't know. I don't really go to many comedy nights, to be fair.
Lou Rogerson confirms that Old Hairdresser have some fantastic alcohol-free beers. Okay, that's what I'll do then. I'll just go out and have my alcohol-free beers and make sure I go for my last train. Sorted. I'm up for that. Amazing. Now, well, do you know what? We'll actually get you after this. After we get that, we'll maybe do an improv night live on You Call That Radio. We'll let you get your show out the way, because obviously improv can go wrong. I don't want to put you in the spot and start. But let's do that. Let's do that at the end of the month.
Yeah, I'm game for it. I mean, we started up the. This is the 101. I've started 201 already, because we couldn't do the show at Christmas time because people were busy, obviously, with family stuff. But I'll be joining a trip, or I'm starting a new trip soon for it, and who knows where it might go. You know, it's all a good laugh. I love it.
Amazing. No, yeah, you'd be a natural at it. I'm glad to hear it, man. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Noizy Poet, have you got anything you'd like to plug?
Not other than Section 80 Creative and Community Spaces, Tallulah Sound System.
80. How can people get involved with Section 80? Is there an online app?
An online app. We don't have an app, but we've got a Facebook page.
That's what I mean.
We've got the whole link. We've got the link tree thing as well. I don't know much about it. Somebody else does that.
Okay, so you've got a link tree. So if I just type link tree,
all of the different people that are. I've never used it, but I know we've got one.
So I've found it. Look at that.
I found it now.
Cracked the code. Yeah. So for everybody that's wanting to, I've put the link tree there. So if you click that, just to clarify, I'm not promoting something else. I'm just going to put it up on the screen so you can just confirm that this is the right Section 80. So we've got 10 years of CG Sounds, official Facebook, Lyrically Minded. There we go. Lyrically Minded's there as well.
Yeah.
And Lyrically Minded is open mic night. So Al, if you're up for going, head along with me. I'm going to go down to Sheffield and do the open mic night.
Cool.
So get some of your stand-up.
They're very good open mic nights.
And a bit of comedy. Do you think a bit of comedy would go doing well? A bit of
yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Brilliant stuff. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on the show tonight. I've had 2 of the non-alcoholic beers and I'm feeling wasted. So I think I've got the flu. I'm going to have a recreational lime sip and go to my bed. But thank you very much to the folk drama. Thank you very much to Mellow Party. Thank you very much to Noizy Poet. And thank you very much to Al. I'm going to finish the one in Munchins because it's a new video that just came out this week. And I'm once again asking that you go and buy an album lunch ticket while they're still cheap, because I'm going to put the price up because I think I'm bumping myself. So,
I'll get one before you do. It's not all about you though, Mark.
It's not about me, no, but we're gonna finish with it. There's Jeremy Steal My Sleep. It's not like the best video. We've got some proper music videos coming soon, but I started trying to make a wee clip. You know what? Real bands all have a thank you 2024 for the memories, and then have a slick video compilation. And I was like, I could just make this a music video for a song that came out like 5 months ago. So, but it shows you some people didn't know the song was it because they're not on Spotify and they didn't click the Bandcamp link. So this is a wee video I threw together. It's called "Steal My Sleep." Thank you to everyone who's been on the show tonight, and we'll be back on Wednesday. Oh shit, I forgot to say Wednesday. We've got the annual poetry slam. So we've got the poetry slam well done. I've actually made a flyer that I made quickly before the show started. So let me just show you that, since I did all of that and I don't even see it. Where is it? I'll add it. It'll be here somewhere. There it is. It's funny with Canva, it's a bit hit and miss. You've just got to kind of guess. Sometimes it looks good and sometimes it looks like you've literally just thrown it together in the Canva. So there we go. Poetry slam. This Wednesday, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I can confirm that Martin Windybank, Jim Monaghan, and former champion Kamehameha will be the judges. We will also have Pixie Brune, Sammy B, Carol Voderman doing the scares and the dares. And we will have about 8 poets that we'll announce later on. I'll make a proper flyer tomorrow. So we'll see you on Wednesday for that. 2 floors up, 1 pint down. Old Theatre. Yeah, I've already read of that. Thank you very much. This is Girobabies, Steal My Sleep. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.
Tune.
Dishevelled guys, severed ties. Now the bevied pies, same path as I. Phone cameras die, so there's no reply. And no proof of why, but I know. Roadway shuffle without structure. Gut wrenching, lung puncture. Wires in the cloud to solve the puzzle. Wires in the eyes, the seas, the bees and trees and trouble. It's been a long summer, been a long summer. It's been a long summer, been a long summer. Please, please sell me autumn leaves. Of the past of winter, so I can't read. The sums of my sins multiply. Digging myself deeper for trying to make it right. The count bounce on steeper reeks. It kills me daily, steals my sleep, and drops me off at the deep end. It's been a long summer, it's been a long summer. It's been a long summer, it's been a long summer. It's been a long summer, it's been a long summer. It's been a love song. It's been a love song.
Do you want weirdo or do you want itchy? What?